Hello everybody, it's Ali again, another week of Age of Mythology Retold. Now, my previous video was a bit late loading up, but that's just some technical difficulties, but don't worry, we are still playing this game, we are still campaigning through Fall of the Trident, and when we last left, we officially, and successfully might I add, fought and won the Trojan War using the Trojan horse. That's the iconic object which fueled the Trojans' superstition and fear of the gods, compelling them to bring the image in to the city walls, only to discover that the horse itself was filled with Grecian soldiers who laid waste to the city. And now that we have done that, our hero Arcantos, sorry I had to read that to get his name. And after doing that, so to clarify, he went from Atlantis to this island on the rock, near the rock of Gibraltar, in Spain. And then he went to Troy. He tried to lay siege to the gate, the nice Trojan gate. He saved Ajax from a counterattack. He was among the soldiers in the Trojan horse to fight the Trojan village, and with a little bit of Atlantean miracles, yes, we used the Hotlanders cheat, which I will be using again. I feel it just makes sense to me, and I know I shouldn't be cheating, but people love the cheats, so I'm going to use a couple of them. Just don't use anything too big, that's good. And so now we are with more bandits, dealing with Chapter 7, more bandits. Before he can return to Atlantis, Arcantos stops in the port of Iolkos in Greece, only to find that it has fallen to bandits. He and Ajax must drive them from Iolkos. Is that Iolkos? No. Iolkos, and rescue the mysterious Chiron. The exception to centaur barbarity and not the rule. So across the Aegean Sea to Iolkos. Come to Iolkos with me. Across the Aegean Sea, come to Iolkos with me.
This does not look good. What happened?
Oh, it does not.
Run! More bandits! Bandits!
No, you old fool. We are your own army. We returned from Troy.
Praise Zeus! The soldiers have returned.
Yes. Now what happened here?
After the army sailed for Troy, bandits attacked the city. They took our men hostage. Chiron too.
Who is Chiron?
He does the bidding of the gods. He said a hero would come to save us.
That does not ease my mind. Perhaps we should go find him, see what he knows about this.
If you want to reach the hostages, I'd suggest the West Road.
Militia, Iolkos. Infantry. Appear when Poseidon's buildings are destroyed to defend his town. The Greek polis of Sparta had a very regimented structure. Its citizens were required to be full-time soldiers, and the constant training made them warriors virtually without peer. Below the citizens were the perioikoi, second-class citizens who filled other occupations in Spartan society, So we're basically slaves. The Perioikoi trained less than Spartan citizens and were deployed primarily within Spartan territory as a defensive force. These part-time warriors made up about half of the Spartan army, but they did not have the rights of citizens. Ooh, a slave army. See, now that's clever.
Etimos.
Why do it? Why fight? Why fight your own battles when you can have them fight them for you? You can have a slave fight them for you. Ajax. 34. Homeland Salamis. Occupation Prince and Warrior. Son of the King of Salamis, Ajax was the second greatest Greek champion at Troy, behind only Achilles. Homer described Ajax as a wall and said he was much taller than other men. When Achilles withdrew from the fighting, it was Ajax who met Hector in single combat. Door ends. The two heroes fought all day with only Hector taking a slight wound. Following the death of Achilles, Ajax competed with Odysseus for the armor of the fallen hero. Odysseus proved more eloquent as a speaker, however, and was awarded the prize. So he just said, I'll take you on any day, pal. I'll get Achilles' armor. I deserve it. I'll take you on in any competition to get it. Well, actually, I think I should get it. He said, I'll take you on in any competition to get that on. He says, okay, how about a contest of wits? Who can convince the others that he deserves it more? So he just goes, oh, I think I should get the armor because, well, I'm a fighter. I'm as good as Achilles. Now Achilles is dead. I think I need that armor. Meanwhile, Odysseus spoke eloquently, saying, it was me who convinced him to come to the war. Achilles was a great man and a great warrior. I don't deserve his armor. No one does. But you might as well give it to me because no other warrior should be wearing the armor of such a great fighter. Ajax himself admits that he is second to Achilles, and therefore
What creatures are these?
shouldn't go to war. The armor should not go to a warrior, but it should go to me as the man who loved Achilles like a brother. And it was my idea that he come to this war. So without me, there was no him. And for that alone, I think I've earned his armor. Well, that actually, as you can guess, that actually worked. Oh, he's hoping that you can still see that. What are these? Wadjet. The Wadjet is named for the serpent goddess, who appears in the snake form on the crown of the pharaoh. Her name means papyrus-coloured one. The serpent Wadjet can spit venom at a long range, though the vestigial wings are used only to lift the heavy cobra hood above the sand. Uriah. Size about 12 foot long. Diet: large mammals and reptiles. Myth unit: a magical cobra that can spit venom, good against human soldiers. Alright. Take that. Whoa, that's pretty powerful. That's gonna work. Okay, can I do this? Nope, can't. Should have, couldn't. Oh well. spearmen. Egyptian spearmen are fast, cheap, and good against cavalry. They are weak against most ranged soldiers or counter-infantry. In the Classical Age, the spearman is reasonably effective against counter-ranged units, such as the slinger. It is often beneficial for Egyptians to switch over to Migdol stronghold units in the heroic age. The spear had several advantages as a weapon. Its length could keep enemies at a distance. The point narrowly focused the thrusting power and could penetrate most armor. It was relatively light and inexpensive, being made mostly of wood. Its disadvantage was that the wielder had little defense once the enemy was past the spear point. Spears were especially good against cavalry when used by many men in formation holding the spear points out, because horses would only rarely charge into a rank of pointed spears. Yeah, horses are kind of scaredy cats like that.
Rosheshe?
The Cantos you know about? Infantry hero, good against myth units. So I'm trying to figure out which way to go. OCD, sorry. Okay. What are these? Medium slingers. Bandits. Counter to ranged soldiers. Ranged soldier only good against other ranged soldiers. Medium slingers. Upgrade slingers to medium slingers with more hit points, attack and range. Medium slinger, hit points plus 10%. Medium slinger, ranged attack damage, all types plus 10%. Medium slinger adds 1.00 line of sight. Medium slinger adds 1.00 to ranged attack maximum range. Copper weapons. Copper weapons improve the attack of all human soldiers, heroes, ships and buildings. Human soldiers, all actions, damage, all types plus 10%. Hero, all actions, damage, all types plus 10%. Ship, all actions, damage, all types plus 10%. Building, all actions, damage, all types plus 10%. Copper armor. Copper armor improves human soldier, hero and ship resistance to hack attacks, such as swords. It also makes ships more resistant to crush attacks, such as siege weapons. Human soldier, vulnerability to hack attacks, minus 10%. Hero, vulnerability to hack attacks, minus 15%. Ship, vulnerability to hack attacks, minus 10%. Ship, vulnerability to crush attacks, minus 10%. Copper shields. Copper shields improve human soldier, hero and ship resistance to pierce attacks, such as arrows. Human soldier, vulnerability to pierce attacks, minus 10%. Hero, vulnerability to pierce attacks, minus 15%. Ship, vulnerability to pierce attacks, minus 10%. Egyptian slingers are good against ranged soldiers but are weak against other unit types. In the classical age, the slinger is reasonably effective against counter-infantry units such as the Axeman. It is often beneficial for Egyptians to switch over to Migdol stronghold units in the heroic age. The sling was simply a long piece of cloth that could be swung rapidly and partially released to cast a stone or metal object with fairly high accuracy. Originally a hunting weapon for bringing down small game and birds, the sling was adapted easily to the battlefield, where light troops used it to harass enemy formations. Slings were much cheaper to make than bows, and their complement of arrows, and slingers were easier to train than archers. Many ancient armies kept contingents of slingers to accompany their infantry and archer units. One of the most famous single combats recounted in the Bible was that of the slinger David killing the great warrior Goliath. Hallelujah! But what is this? Gazelle of Set. Ugh, that doesn't look good. Beasts possessed by the will of Set to fight for his worshippers, good against human soldiers. What? Eudocus Thomsonili. Size 30 to 65 pounds. Diet grasses. Gazelle are small members of the antelope family. Thompson's gazelle, one of the most abundant African gazelle species, live in male, female, or mixed herds of about 60 individuals that can form gigantic herds of more than 1,000 when migrating. They can run consistently at speeds of over 35 miles an hour for about 15 minutes, and has been known to reach up to 50 miles an hour. And have been known to reach up to 50. It's a misprint. And have been known to reach up to 50 miles an hour when running from predators, including the cheetah. When a gazelle leaps vertically in the air, when a gazelle leaps vertically into the air, it is called stotting. The Thompson's gazelle has black stripes on its face and body that can help break the animal's outline to make it harder to see from a distance. Both males and females have horns, but the ladders are shorter. They eat short grasses that other grazers leave behind. Well, capture these spoils. Ooh. What's this? Oh, that's these guys.
Leger?
I guess we're going in.
Esto.
Ooh.
Malista.
What good's that gonna do us?
We are rescued!
Centaurs! Where is the wise man known as Chiron?
Chiron is being held in the bandits' fort on the Acropolis. You will have to retake the city before you can attempt to rescue him.
Πρόσεξε, έτοιμος.
Applied upgrades. Hermes, god of messengers. Focus, cavalry. Centaur Polemarch, enabled. Sylvan Law, status set to obtainable. Winged messenger, status set to obtainable. Spirited charge, status set to obtainable. Sylvan Law, Hermes upgrades centaurs to Centaur Polemarchs, which have more hit points, range, and line of sight. Centaur Polemarch adds 3 to ranged attack maximum range. Centaur Polemarch adds 3 to ranged attack maximum range. Centaur Polemarch adds 1 to line of sight. Centaur Polemarch hit points 135. Hermes increases the attack and speed of cavalry and centaurs. Cavalry speed plus 10%. Centaur Polemarch speed plus 5%. Cavalry melee attack damage all types plus 10%. Centaur Polemarch ranged attack damage all types plus 10%. New name Homo sequus. Size 7 foot tall, 1600 pounds. Diet omnivore, likes wine. Half man and half horse. Centaurs are usually seen with the torso and head of a man and the body of a horse, but different descriptions exist. They were notorious for showing up uninvited to outdoor celebrations. Spot their size. They seem to have had trouble holding their liquor, and for abducting women, especially young maidens. Their drunkenness and inclination towards violence led them to be driven to the mountains of Thessaly. Chiron, the centaur that educated Achilles, was an exception. Centaurs are often depicted carrying a bow. And Chiron's the person we're rescuing.
Prosrosheshe.
Right?
Λέγε.
Get him!
Εισβολή.
This is war! Everywhere is war.
Έτοιμος θα είμαι. Καλής μάχη. Βούλομαι.
Prostagma?
What the? Guys!
No.
There's a gate right here.
Έτοιμος. Έστω. Καλώς.
We fought the guards and the guards won.
Πρόσεξε. Πρόσεξε.
Guards won.
Βούλομαι. Εις μάχην.
The bandits have destroyed almost everything.
Not quite everything. If we move quickly, we can prevent them from destroying buildings that we can use to fight them.
Right, guys.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα.
Right.
Prostagma? Volume.
What's in there? Ooh, cherry tomato. To provide small trickle of food. Deep one to provide. Okay, guys.
Prostagma? Prosheshe.
Okay, Ajax, you're gonna go up here.
Pani.
Shrine. Small shrines. Not as formal, small place of worship. Shrine, Ioklos. a small place of worship. Small shrines, not as formal or elaborate as large temples, were found in many places in the ancient world. In homes, alcoves in walls held small statues of gods, dedicated to things like prosperity, ancestry, or fertility. Roadsides were popular places for shrines to gods governing travel and commerce. Alright, boys.
Πρόσεχε.
Get in the front lines.
Favor from the gods!
Έτοιμος. Εις μάχην.
Good boys.
Εισβολή.
Έτοιμος.
Champion Hypaspis. Hycantos. Counter infantry. Infantry only good against other infantry. Greek infantry are more expensive than those of other cultures, but they are almost more powerful. The Hypaspis excels at fighting enemy infantry. Alexander's great army of conquest included 3 regiments of Hypaspists. These were apparently the best of his infantry and of equal status and ability to his foot companions. Most of noble blood, the Hypaspists were capable of fighting as traditional hoplite infantry, or could switch to javelins and lighter armor for rapid movement in rough terrain. They were used to protect the vulnerable flanks of the phalanx, allowing the hetairoi companion cavalry to hit the enemy from a side or the rear and crush them.
A stockpile of wood!
Leger,
Let's get this back into the temple.
Malista.
Stockpile of wood. Go, boys.
Leger. Pani.
What the-
Έτοιμος.
Hey, dude.
Leger.
Ajax.
Ναι.
You got a mission?
Έστω. Προστάγμα. Βούλομαι.
Λέγε.
Help!
Myth unit that grows heads as it fights enemy units. Good against human soldiers. Scientific name, Hydra lernae. Size, 20,000 plus pounds. Diet, carnivore, especially cattle and humans. Another of the fierce offspring of Echidna and Typhon, the Hydra was a large serpent with multiple heads and poisonous breath. Killing the Hydra near the city of Lerna in Argolis was the second of Heracles' 12 labours. Each time he cut off one of the Hydra's heads, however. Don't know why I said it that way. Each time he cut off one of the Hydra's heads, however. Each time he cut off one of the Hydra's heads, however, 2 more grew back. Heracles' nephew, Iollas helped him by cauterizing each wound as a head was lopped off. The last head was immortal, so Heracles buried it under a large rock. Once the beast's body was dead, Heracles dipped his arrowheads into its blood, giving them extra.
Λέγε πρόσταγμα, λέγε. Ορθός.
Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι.
Siege weapon! Helepolis, Acanthos, siege weapon, a rolling tower that can transport units and fire ballista bolts at buildings. Draftos increases siege weapon speed. Siege weapon speed plus 20%. Dionysus increases the hit points of all units by a small amount. Unit hit points plus 15%. Siege weapons can destroy buildings, but are weak against other units, especially cavalry. The name of this siege mechanic translates as Taker of Cities. The name was first applied to a mobile tower constructed by Greeks to attack a city on Cyprus. My family's from Cyprus, that's kind of cool, and a bit cruel too. This large movable tower mounted stone throwers and ballistae of different sizes, with the smallest at the top. 200 men pushed the tower up to the enemy walls, using parallel beams extending out from its bottom. The larger weapons in the machine battered the walls, while the smaller ones swept defenders off the walls in preparation for an assault. Here we come.
The center of the city has been recaptured. Now we can use these buildings.
Yes. Congratulations. And where's the...
Help!
You want a piece of me? Where's the town center?
Πρόσταγμα, λέγε. Εισβολή.
I may have accidentally destroyed the town center, guys. We may not be able to build anything else. Wow, 3 hits. You're pretty great. You've earned yourself a
Legend.
heroes. A hero's reward when we're finished. Four-headed one. Rose heads to fights enemy units. So you must have fought quite a lot of them. That must have been pretty deadly. Guys, we need all of you. Everyone.
Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμο πρόσταγμα. Πάμε. Βούλομαι.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, it's a good guy. Stop doing it. And you stop eating. You stop too. Where are my heroes? Let my heroes be. Set. The Temple of Set. Priest. It's arranged to attack the stroke against myth units. Use allied units and constructs obelisks. And then we need this. Improve hit points of buildings and makes them more resistant to crush attacks, such as siege weapons. Building hit points plus 15%. Building vulnerability to crush attacks minus 5%. Town center vulnerability to hack attacks minus 15%. At the temple you may train mythological units. Signifies increases line of sight for all buildings. Building not walls adds 6 line of sight. Chronolations increases the range of towers and causes ranged buildings to deal damage. Do bonus damage to cavalry. building adds 0.25 to all action damage bonus against cavalry. Guard tower adds 2 to ranged attack maximum range. Copper weapons. Copper weapons improve the attack of all human soldiers, heroes, ships and buildings. Human soldiers, all actions damage, all taps plus 10%. Hero, all actions damage, all types plus 10%. Ship, all actions damage, all types plus 10%. Building, all actions damage, all types plus 10%. At the temple, you may train mythological units and research improvements that require the favour of the gods to access. Greeks may pray at their temples to gain favour. Most early civilizations invested considerable wealth in their religious life, including the construction of temples or similar places where rites and ceremonies were conducted. Religious leaders were trained and beliefs were refined and passed on. Temples were often dedicated to one or more gods and acted as points of communication between humans and deities. Believers might visit a temple to petition the gods for help and offer prayer, tribute or sacrifices to improve the reception of pleas. Need a comment there. Temples were often magnificent buildings that overshadowed anything else in the city. Some was built at the center of the city, so everyone was equally
Good! We've recaptured all but the Acropolis.
We need a strong army to siege this Acropolis.
Where are my heroes? Tell me I didn't lose my heroes. Excellent.
Leje. Pani.
Right hand.
Πρόσταγμα.
I'm not going up there yet. Cantos. You're gonna get that. How did you get that? Thank the gods they're not dead. I don't know what I would have done if I...
Πρόστα. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι.
Don't know what I would have done if I thought those guys were dead. Ooh.
Additional gold!
Πρόσταγμα.
Oh, you remember these guys? Hey, dude.
Leje. Μάλιστα. Έστω. Ναι.
Did I hear laughter? Did I hear laughter? What was
Πρόσεξε,
that?
λέγεν. Πρόστα, λέγεν. Καλώς.
Tear down these walls.
Πρόσεχε, Λέιζε. Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε.
Jace.
Μάλιστα.
Jace, help please.
Μάλιστα.
Jace. Jace,
Εισβολή.
Wait, where's the... Oh no. I think I may have messed this up. Well...
Προσλέγεν.
We're no worse off, but we're not better either, are we? Alright guys.
Πρόσεχε, έτοιμος. Εις μάχην.
Λέει έτοιμος. Ορθός. Εις μάχην.
Έτοιμος.
Πρόσταγμα ετοίμος. Ναι.
Buddy. Call to arms. Call to arms. This is an emergency. Pigeons. Increases line of sight for all buildings. Buildings, not walls, adds 6 line of sight. Bronze weapons. Bronze weapons improve the attack of all human soldiers, heroes, ships and buildings. Human soldier, all action damage, all types plus 10. Hero, all action damage, all types plus 10. Ship, all action damage, all types plus 10. Buildings, all action damage, all types plus 10. Although priests are not fast scouts and do not initially have a great line of sight, they can construct obelisks, which do have a great line of sight and help explore the map. The obelisk, or Tejen in Egyptian, was synonymous with protection. The four-sided stone columns were thought to draw evil up from the ground and disperse it up into the sky. Atop the obelisk was the pyramidon, a small pyramid that symbolized the sun. Obelisks were often inscribed with hieroglyphics. The word is Greek in origin and refers to a roasting pit. The monument to villages. Small monument. Monuments generate favor. You must build smaller monuments before you can build larger ones. Monument to villages. Monuments are special buildings available to Egyptian players only. There are 5 different monuments, each of increasingly large size and cost. Each monument provides a continual stream of favour. Players can build all 5 monuments to obtain a maximum amount of favour from their gods. Ancient Egypt was a wealthy civilization largely isolated from external enemies, which allowed lavish expenditures for monuments and other edifices that glorified gods and pharaohs. For several thousand years, major construction projects were almost continually underway for the glorification of some god or ruler. The Nile Valley is still dotted with monuments of all sizes. The most famous of these are the Great Pyramids of Giza and the Great Sphinx. Wait a minute. I think I can do this. I think this could work.
Arcantos, I have awaited your arrival.
Where is he? Whoa. We've done it. And we didn't need town halls. I was about to look for the trader.
Thank you for returning the city to us.
You're welcome. We did not find the other prisoners, however.
The bandits were led by a man called Kemsit. He marched the prisoners to the North Road. Those guarding us spoke of putting them to work, building something there.
Ajax, gather our troops. We'll take whatever stores we have in the ships and whatever these people can offer.
I know that voice. I think I do. Whoa. Well, I think that's going to do it for us today. That was amazing. That was amazing. I said I was going to use Atlantis, but I didn't need to. I didn't need to do that. That was excellent. That was amazing. We did amazing, and we went from here to here. Bad news. Blade ran strong two-pronged attack to find out what Gargarance is. Whoa. So I got stuff. That was amazing. I cannot believe we pulled that off. I was just about to... I was going to get that villager to betray his friends and build us a town centre. I was going to do that. That was what I was going to do. But I didn't need to do that. We didn't need to do that. We did perfect. And next time we're going to do this. We find out what's up with these bandits. There's more than meets the eye to these guys, so I don't think you'll want to miss that. But until next week, I hope that this video will upload properly. Until next week, I've been Krishnali. This has been Age of Mythology Retold. Fall of the Trident. Yep, Fall of the Trident campaign. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the tubes. Bye everyone.